It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between these road warriors and the home team. Kate Scott, joining me as always, my partner in crime, Brock Heward, and we are excited to bring you this NFL divisional round game. One step away from playing for the AFC title. This divisional round contest is underway. Patterson now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3. That finds Elliott complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They go play action on first. He's going to push one deep. That's caught at the 25. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And they'll have first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Slot man in motion right. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And this one doesn't go far.
And that's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Oh, that's intercepted. They were trying for Washington. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away. That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. First down from the red zone. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back now, pressure on its way. Buying some time right. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They kick the running back in motion. He's got it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Goal to go. It's a pass play. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that makes it 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he runs it across. Touchdown! These guys take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Pass now to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Into traffic, complete! And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Option design here. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that'll bring up 2nd down. This, our last play of the quarter. Second and 10, McCarthy. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that won't be brought in, but I love the deep shot there. Some excitement for us on our final play of the opening quarter. So that's the end of one in this AFC divisional round contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's 2nd down coming up. They are throwing it again. Catch made over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The rookie from Michigan there that time. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Their offense ready to take the field now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They motion the tight end over. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Now it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that gives them the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the air, McCarthy. Looking right, and he finds him. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Caught near the pylon. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll send him up the middle. And he's able to take this one in for the touchdown. Cam Little to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys push their lead to 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out runs their offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back sent in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 41. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. They're going play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. Oh, he's going to run for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. That finds Elliott complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21. Hauled in left side. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Man in motion here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys get some late points and the lead. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Pass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys take a 4-point lead. Pass now to kick this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. They don't have much time left, but facing a small deficit, they could try to get this into field goal range. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
We've reached halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando.
We'll begin
Jonathan
right here
Coachman
in the
and the
city,
EA Sports
Orlando,
Halftime
Florida,
Report.
where you see the final score there. All right, Kate, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. A 3-touchdown differential in the end, 35-14, the final.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Half the battle complete, Brock, as we resume play here, as spotting our AFC Championship on the line. coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So their offense will have it first to begin quarter number 3. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 28. Complete over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one's complete right side. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Markers reset, ball at the 37. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll give him a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, they'll run. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding, offense.
But, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They'll run here following the penalty. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a gain of 5, but they're still well behind the sticks. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They kick the running back in motion. From the 36. Brought in by Elliott. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. He's on the move. He can run it. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll give him a first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And when they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is a huge loss on the play. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. A quick slant caught by Washington. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Now McCarthy completes beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
McCarthy to throw it. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
Take everything that makes the goal line stand exciting and amplify it by 1,000. They didn't just hold him out of the end zone. They stole the ball away with a dominant stop.
Another drive coming up for this offense. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Now hold on a moment, folks. We got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Plowing up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 6 yards on the run, so it's going to be 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Running back sent in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Only 1 quarter left before we send one of these teams to the AFC title game. They have it with the lead. Just need to close this quarter out for a playoff win. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
We've got a screen to the running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. They get to him and bring him down. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Another try following the sack. Jump off caught by his back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's a throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Their offense running back out now. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll throw on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
A mild gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. This offense making its way back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to it. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Completed over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 42-yard line.
From the 42. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Running it now out of the gun. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
He'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Whistle sound as the defense decides to call timeout. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Return coming from the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Now outruns their offense to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. These guys down by 7. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 48. Finds a man right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The tight end going in motion right. Here he is to throw. He's got a man left.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. You've got to keep moving quick here. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. He'll look to throw it. This throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And the whistles go off, so we've got a timeout, 9 seconds left in the game. And they pull it off, a touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to. All or nothing. They'll run it. Oh, and he stopped short. They hold him out and prevent the 2-point conversion. And that right there should win them this ball game. Ooh, this one's going to be talked about, partner. They could have kicked the extra point and forced overtime. Instead, they risked the game on one play and come up empty.
Sports radio dream right here. Kate, you know it. It's going to be talked about all over town for the whole week. There's a ton of risk. But you make that decision based on the minutes that preceded it. Right? And looking at this game and going, we're better off trying to win this right now than we are going to overtime. They just couldn't get it done.
Broke through the tackle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. He goes down to a knee, and this one's over. They're on their way to the AFC Championship game. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. This celebration begins for our winners as we say so long from Brooklyn.